Discuss more regional updates. South Sudan says 8 migrants deported by the Trump administration are now in government care in Juba after losing a court battle to stop their removal. The men, originating from Cuba, Laos, Mexico, Myanmar, Sudan and Vietnam, had been held for over a month at a US base before being flown to South Sudan last Friday. Juba officials say they're undergoing screening under local and international standards, calling their acceptance a gesture of goodwill in response to a US request. Here's what Apuk Oyel Mayan Ministry of Foreign Affairs spokesperson had to say.
The government of the Republic of South Sudan received these individuals through the appropriate national institutions. They are currently in Juba under the care of the relevant authorities who are screening them and ensuring their safety and well-being in accordance with South Sudanese laws and applicable international norms and practices. This development comes in the context of ongoing bilateral engagement between the Republic of South Sudan and the United States of America as part of a broader framework of cooperation. Both countries continue to engage constructively and with good faith on a range of matters.
Their cases has sparked controversy in Washington, becoming a flashpoint in President Donald Trump's hardline immigration strategy that involves sending migrants to different countries. The migrants' lawyers argued that deporting them to a politically unstable country like South Sudan violated the US Constitution's ban on cruel and unusual punishment, but a federal court rejected their bid, clearing the way for their removal. We're once again joined by Mahmoud Mohammed Nuruddin to discuss this in further detail. Mahmoud, we have seen this happen with Western governments before. Why would South Sudan agree to accept migrants from such diverse countries and also make a deal with the United States like this? What does it mean for their relationship with the United States, and what are they benefiting? What is South Sudan benefiting from this? I believe you're on mute, Mahmoud. Apologies.
So in March this year, the U.S. itself issued a warning to its citizens, not to travel to Sudan. And because of the crime and kidnapping and armed conflict in that part of the world. This was issued and published on U.S. State government website just to advise its citizens. And so U.S. even evacuated some of its officials in Sudan. And therefore Sudan evacuated some of its officials from Sudan because of the crime in that part of the country. And now what happened was that after 2011, when Sudan gained its independence, it relied heavily on external aid, especially from the U.S. And so now U.S. has decided that we are not going to support support with any aid like the U.S. aid that was being given to some African countries for development projects. Now South Sudan is in a critical situation because they are not getting that aid anymore. And so in one of the issues that people say is that, or one of the concerns, or one of the reasons that people raise is that probably South Sudan would want to establish a good relationship with U.S. and that might give them another leverage to be able to get support from the United States, because right now the aid is not coming, or after U.S. has withdrawn its support to South Sudan in terms of the U.S. aid and other stuff, it becomes difficult for that country because of the situation they have found themselves in. And so, but another question people are asking, why would you deport people who have committed crimes in your country to South Sudan, where arms are easily available? Now, if somebody can commit a crime in a well-established state like the USA, How much more with Sudan? And these are the questions that people ask. How much more with Sudan if people can commit crime in the United States and were convicted and prosecuted? How much more with Sudan, South Sudan, where arms are easily available and people can acquire it at any point in time?
Yes, Mahmoud Mohammed Nuruddin, thank you very much.